Hi, this is Tanya from Love Buddha Tarot, back with the cards for the 5th of July 2017. How are you all doing? How was yesterday? Everybody seemed to be like really riled up with the Emperor energy. It was really good taking control of things. I got some fabulous messages off people, so thank you for that. Um, Today as well, we have a very intense one. It's strange. We've got another major arcana, so I do feel that there's a powerful energy around at the moment. But what I was getting this morning before I sat down to do this video is this is very about internal. It's about empowerment. It's sort of not about externals. It's about sort of going inward, and finding the power within yourself. Because the card that we have today is the Chariot. Now, this is my old deck. As you can see, it's massively worn, so the edges and everything are terrible on them, but I love them and I will not get rid of them. I will not buy a new deck of these. So this with the Chariot, okay, this is talking about maybe a time of where there's been quite a lot of indecision coming to an end, okay? Because this with the Chariot is like spiritually driven. The Chariot has power as well, very much like the Emperor. Um, so this is about, you sort of listening to the universe, seeing the signs that are being shown to you as well, because there is choices with this. And like I say, we have, at one time the Chariot was pulled in two directions and it was feeling like, which way do I go? It was unsure, it was unclear. But now when the Chariot comes in, this is about, right, okay, I'm ready to take hold of the reins. I'm ready to sort of steer my own ship, to drive myself in the direction of my choosing as well. And this card is saying that there's a lot of strength and determination coming through with this as well. So you are wanting to get going. That's it. You're wanting to get going, and you're using this inner drive, this inner passion within you, this inner belief as well, and like I say, this inner calling, this inner stirring, there's something inside of you that you just kind of like. I don't know if this is like a wanderlust or what, but there's something that you just, no matter how much you try and quash it down, it just keeps rising to the surface all the time. It's like, when you try and push a ball down in water and it just bounces back up again. So this is like, right, okay, now I need to take notice. There's some reason why I need to take notice of this. So what this is saying is, by drawing on your inner power and also drawing on the power of the universe, because the universe is wanting you to get what you want here. It's wanting you to accomplish good things, and it's wanting to help you understand the meaning of life, because this is what the Chariot is about. It's about a greater understanding. And when you have this understanding, when things sort of start to click and it's like, right, okay, I get it, this is when you start trusting, and this is when you start moving forward as well. So this is talking, this card, it's about like a transition period, okay? So you're transitioning, I don't even know, is that even a word? They keep doing this to me all the time. Transvisioning. So, that's it. You may even have seen it, or your goals, your vision has changed, it's changed in some way to what you thought you wanted, and I always find this very strange, how some people could, they would get a job when they were 18, and then in their 50s and their 60s, and they're still doing the same job. And it's like, is that really what they would have chosen, like being the person that they are now? So our visions do change, our wants and needs do change, our goals change. And I think this is saying as well, they're saying there that that's okay. It's okay. You don't, right? Okay. Some plans get changed, and that's fine. So don't think, oh, right, okay, this is what I wanted, so this is what I've got to stick with, It's not. It's like, right, that is what I wanted then. And now this is about taking control and steering yourself into the direction of what you want now. So you're like ready to head into your future. and you're ready to head into the unknown and leave the known behind. And it's sort of like I say, I keep saying this calling, this inner calling, but it's sort of like you realize you have a purpose, or you realize there's something more for you to do. There's something more. There's a bigger plan, right? The universe has a bigger plan for you, okay? So this is it. And it's like you are hearing it now, I really, really love this card. There's a lot of um power as well. This is about feeling powerful within your solar plexus. So it's suddenly you're realizing how powerful you really are. And this could have came from yesterday, with the emperor, whether this was you, whether this was a person that's come in. It's making you see your own worth, but it's also making you see how important you are, in this world, because every single one of us has a purpose. And this is it. Sorry, I've just started laughing there. Has anybody seen The Jerk, the film? When he finds his special purpose. That's really funny. It's one of my favorite films. Got nothing to do with the reading at all, but I just got that vision in my head. But that's it. We all have a special purpose. And what the universe is wanting to say with this card today is this is giving you encouragement. It's, yes, there are changes coming, and changes can always, upset us a little bit. And like I say, if we have a look at that chariot, the wheels aren't sort of padded, they haven't got tires on them. So it's going to be a little bit of a bumpy ride, but the good thing about this is it's you are calling the shots. You are the one making these changes. You are the one that has decided that if nothing changes, nothing changes. So you're actually starting it right. Okay, I'm heading on my journey, because this is talking about life's journey, the chariot. And it's about our inner and our outer and actually getting them in alignment. Because so many times our inner, sort of the inner journey we go on, or the inner us, struggles because we are living in an external that doesn't fit. It's like oil and water. It doesn't mix, and this is where we struggle. But this is where changes need to be made. And like I say, at one time these externals might have been exactly what we wanted, and we might have fit into them great, but now we don't. So this is what causes us, and I would say a majority of the readings I do, the reason people have discord and stuff like this, or have confusion, is because they are not living the life that they are meant to, because they feel obliged, or they feel a duty to live another life that keeps everything sort of in a status quo sort of thing, But this is saying that your inner self now is calling out for you to make these external changes within your outer life, so that this path will actually be smoother. So what you've got to do with this card is it's saying, like, in order to move forward, because we can't just stay the same. None of us can. What would happen with that? Boredom would set in, and it's just, we would stagnate, we would exist and not live. So this is saying that in order to move forward, you must fully embrace your inner self, fully embrace your spiritual self as well. Connect with yourself, connect with the universe, okay? And then this is when you can sort of, where you're going, and this is it. Or you might not know where you're going, but you know that you're going somewhere. It's all about journeys. Remember I said yesterday that they'd showed me about this new moon in Capricorn, where it was like they'd been packing the bag, taking out what they didn't want, and then getting the case and saying, right, okay, I'm ready, I'm off. So this is it. It's like, and travel light as well. This is it. If you are going on a journey, you don't want to take a lot of stuff with you, because it will weigh you down, And if you think, if you go on a flight, you get charged for extra baggage, So like I say, the universe is going to charge you for extra baggage. So it's like, leave it at the wayside, only take what you need. And I feel once you have this alignment within yourself, that's it. That's what you need. I'm like I say, I'm selling my house, and there was somebody came to see it the other day, and she was like, "Oh, I love your furniture, and I love that, and I love that mirror, and I love that, and I wish you could leave it all." And I said, "I can. If you want it, we can come to some sort of arrangement. Where I'm going, I will find new stuff. This is stuff. This isn't me. I'm going on my journey myself. And yes, I have nice things in my house that I like, and there's a couple of little ones that are sentimental that I will take with me. But the rest of it is just stuff I've accumulated, and I've got to let it go because I'm traveling light, and I will find new stuff to fill my new life with. So that is what is coming in with this card, and I really like it. It's like I say, this vision, it's there, it's sort of like the universe is tapping on your third eye there. That's a really good thing as well to do if you're reading, or if you're meditating, or if you want to try and tap in to spirit in some way. Tap. That's a great thing to do. I often do that before. Just tap, and it's sort of like you're knocking to wake your third eye up as well. Don't know why I brought that in. It's just they were saying to do it. So like I say, there's a great feeling with this card. The Osho Zen Tarot I've got, this is the Knight of Fire, okay? And this is, as it says, intensity. But it's intensity, okay? It's like intensity. It's coming from within. It's coming from you. And it's an absolutely amazing card, this. I mean, look, I don't know if you can notice the colour, and it's almost like you can see the movement in it. And it's full of action, and it's full of enthusiasm as well. And what this card is saying is like, you should now have this single focus. If we have a look, it's quite arrow-like, and that's not an arrow that's just been put. This arrow is being shot. So it's like there's something that has propelled this. And it's saying, you get your mind clear on what you need to do, and it's like now what you must do as well. It's like you're aware of what path to take. And when you think about it, it's like getting this energy. It's like, right, okay, I'm doing this, and it's like having belief in your own thinking. Like I say, you've been tapping into the universe, tapping into yourself, and knowing that this is what I must do. This is the right thing to do as well, so it's like controlling your thinking, and then taking control of the reins and control of your own life. And there's a lot of people within life, and they follow the flock because they want to fit in, or they believe everything that is told to them. And at the moment, we are experiencing so many changes on this earth. It's like a movement. It's fabulous. And when they're saying their movement, it's like, yeah, movement means moving. Moving on. Move into something better. Move into something where you actually feel, finding a destination as well. Finding somewhere where you want to go. But that doesn't happen. You don't just, click your fingers. None of us can like teleport or anything like that. We need movement, and it's about moving. It was really funny last night. The dog was sitting on the sofa, and I went to sit down, and I said to him, "Move," and he just looked at me, and I was like, "Come on, move." What I should have said was "get down," but I didn't. I just said "move." So he stood up, and then he just sat down again. And I was like, my daughter was like, "Well, he moved." I was like, "Yeah, right, okay, I didn't get it right." So that's it. So if you don't move, you've got to move in a direction. Just stand there moving. It isn't going to actually get you anywhere, So, sorry. So like I say, this is it. Where you're on a great time on this earth, there is movement, there is changes, but these are all positive. There's a lot of intensity behind it as well, it is. If you look at the way the world is now, people are rising up, people are, no more are they being kept down, no more are they being shut in, people are finding their voice, and people are saying no to the humdrum. They want more, they want to take more from life. They realize that life is about these experiences, and it's about the intensity of them as well, and allowing yourself to feel this intensity. We all can do it, but a lot of us water our feelings down. We water our emotions down so that other people around us, don't get spooked or don't get freaked by it. You know, that's not the way to be. I love nothing more than people who are intense, you know. It's like spending time with them. And, you know, they encourage you, and there's this like belief, and they make you think that, God, you know, life can be better than this sort of beige mediocre thing that we just travel along. There is more to it, you know, and there is. And if we have a look at this, it's all the colors of the chakras, you know, and this is it. When we are aligned and we know where we're going, this is when we feel that intensity and we feel this passion within us, you know, and that passion is our fuel, and that actually drives us, you know. Anything that is done with passion is perfect, you know. You've got to do it with passion, you know, because passion is like, it's our inner fire, you know. And a lot of times there's sort of smoke and embers, but let that fire burn, let that burn inside of you, you know, because that is what will drive you forward, and that is what will, you know, it will make you shine, it will make you glow, you know. So like I say, this is breaking free from anything that has stopped your passion, you know, breaking free from anything like that. Like I say, people around now, they're breaking free from false doctrines, do you know what I mean? Things that were destructive to our soul. There's so many things in the world that sort of want to sort of block out our soul in a way. You know, they want to keep us dumb. It's there to, you know, keep us like on a hamster on a wheel. That's all right. Let that wheel spin, you know. Let that wheel be a Catherine wheel. Let all the sparks fly off it and see where they land. Because this is what this is saying. So this is saying that you could now be, or you have, questioned the norm, you know, questioning what you were told. You are now seeing things from a different level. There are people you may have met who might have sort of sparked this fire within you. You know, things you may have read, movies you may have seen where you think there's something more, you know, and now is when you are going out to get it. And this is great because now it's like you are waking up, like I said, tapping your forehead to wake up. You know, come on, wake up. There's work to do. This keeps coming in all the time. There's work to do. I don't know what this means, you know. I don't know if this is collaboration or what, but I feel if you do the movement, this will come. This is long needed. This is what the world has needed, you know. It needs the dreamers, you know. It needs the misfits. It needs the weirdness, you know. Because these people, who is it that says, you know, the people that think that they can change the world are the ones that actually do. So this is it. It's breaking free from control, exactly like the emperor yesterday. You know, when we are told to think or told what to do, this is a form of control. We get it from religions. We get it from families. We get it from the media. You know, we get it from sort of the economy. You know, the shops will tell us, buy this, it will make your life better. You know, you need this rubber oven glove and your life will be so much better. And people fall for it and they buy the rubber glove and then they think, well, all it is I've got less money and I'm still not happy. And it's still not, they're still not happy because a rubber glove is not going to change their life. You know, it's not. You know, a stupid thing that cleans your windows quicker is not going to change your life. Only you can do that. And it's looking at the core of it. It was really strange last night. I had a dream. And I had a dream about my daughter's father. And we've been split up about 15, 16 years. And it wasn't a nice relationship at all. It taught me a hell of a lot, but it wasn't nice at all. And in it, I was saying to him, I'm leaving you. I can't live like this anymore. And it was so bizarre why it's come in. And I don't know why it came in. But it's like when I lived that life, my beige period, I call it, I was desperately unhappy. Materially, I had everything I wanted. I had a beautiful home. You know, I had cars. I had my holidays. I had everything I wanted. And I spent my life looking in magazines and seeing these people living lives that I thought I wanted, you know. I broke free from that. I ended up homeless. I had nowhere to go. I was sleeping in my car, you know. But I made the change and I have never, ever regretted it, you know. So I don't know whether the dream last night was about this card today, you know. But it was saying, I'd done it, I broke free, I left all of the stuff that I had behind, because that stuff wasn't feeding my soul. You know, only I could do that. Only I could do that, you know, and only I could get on the path and change things. And I did, and my life's never stopped since. And there's been big, you know, like big sort of, it's been a big journey, and there's been a lot of bumps in the road, you know, there's been car crashes, there's been everything, but I would never, ever have changed it, you know, changed it. I broke the chains, you know, I broke the chains that were keeping me in a colourless world, you know, that was it. My world wasn't even black and white. It didn't even have black and white in. It was beige. It was magnolia. There was nothing happening, you know. It was bad. But look at this now, you know. This is what you can do. Move from that into this intensity, you know. And when you do this, this is when you flow freely, you know. Use all the passion that you have inside you. It gets ignited again, and you find out who you really are. You remember who you really were, you know, who you really are before the world told you who you should be, you know. And this is when you do things your way. So when you like sort of work alongside the night of fire, you know, what can often happen is this can create ripples, and this can cause discord amongst other people, because when people see you living your life freely, you know, or seeing you making a move, it can upset their status quo. You know, some will be massively inspired by you, and some will want to follow your lead, you know, and they will say, God, it's refreshing and it's great, and look at what they're doing. Good on you, you know. Others will feel threatened and feel scared and feel annoyed, and they will try and hold you back and tell you that you're silly, or, you know, you're a dreamer, or, you know, you're having a midlife crisis or something like this. But that is just because they don't want their status quo upset. You know, but what happens when you're being driven by this fire, and when you have this connection with spirit, and you know the intensity, and you know there's something bigger for you? What happens is the opinions of others, it doesn't really matter, you know. It doesn't, because you know, and you know in your core, you know, and then your externals start to actually coincide with your internal, and you meet other people where you can say, yeah, you get that. Like, me too. Come on, you know, this is it. We understand each other. We get each other, you know. So this is it. Today, let spirit drive you, okay? Let it move you out of this indecision. Let it move you out of this stuckness. You are being given a lifeline. This is it. You know, the universe is throwing you a lifeline. Grab it, you know, and pull yourself up on it, you know. So fantastic reading there. The Colette Baron Reid card, a little bit different. This is between two worlds, and it's in the protection position. Now, what I seen straight away with this is a hook. You know, there's a hook here, and this is, you know, people will try and hook you back in. You know, they will try and hook you back in and try and, no, you want to come back to this greyness. This is what you know. This is what you know. And you're like, no, I want the colour. So this is it. There's going to be, you know, and it's like, but this is what we planned. This was the plans. And like I said before, you know, plans can change. Plans that you made, you know, sort of 10, 20, 30 years ago, 5 years ago, 1 year ago, can change, you know, because you change, because you evolve, you know, and you cannot stop that. And that is the beautiful thing about being a human being, or being a spiritual being, having this human experience. It is about learning. And if we don't change, we're not growing. So, you know, change is good for us. And like I say, plans can change. I don't like to make plans. I don't like to make that many plans, because it's like they sort of restrict you. You need to follow this because this is the plan. You know, throw the plan away and just be spontaneous. See what happens. You know, usually that's where I get loads of my stories from, spontaneity, you know. It's great. So this is saying, forget the plans that you've already made. Step out of that black and white world, that grey world there, you know, and into the world full of colour. Take these hooks out that are keeping you there, you know, because there is something else calling you. And it's like you've heard the call. You know it, you know. So, wow, intense. I'm just looking at my T-shirt there. Just choose love. Yeah, that's the way to do. That's the way to do it, you know. Right, okay, this one's just fell out here. Right. So this is called divine will. And this one is saying, your life is unfolding in accordance with the divine will of your soul. Trust, let go of fear and apprehension. You are protected and eternally blessed. Have patience, all is manifesting into perfect timing. And I've said this before, when I look at this card always reminds me of sort of like an egg, you know, and there's the little sperm going swimming to it. And this is new life. This is what is formed. This is what is created, you know, when you mix the two. And this is what is happening. You know, it's like the Big Bang. There was darkness, then boom, all of this colour, and the world was formed, you know. So this is it. It is your, you know, like the divine will of the universe that you're tapping into, but you turning around and saying, I will, rather than I might or I would like, you know, it's I will. And this is it, you know, use your own will as well. You know, we all have free will, you know, and this is what it is, free will to do what we want. We can change what we want, okay? I'm going to pull one of the Gaia ones as well. God, you know what? I never know on a morning. I was quite calm this morning. I had quite a nice morning before I'd done these, so I'm quite surprised at the intensity with that. I'm like raring to go now. I'm like, right, okay, I want an adventure. Sorry. Right, okay, so Gaia card for the 5th of July 2017. Whoa. Right. I think we've had this one before, haven't we? This is purification water, and this is emotional cleansing and rejuvenation. And this is 32. So 32 together is 5. 3 and 2 together is 5. And this is talking about a healing and rejuvenation which comes as a result of emotional cleansing. So it's saying whatever emotional turmoil you have experienced or are experiencing, what it is doing is bringing these deep feelings to the surface. If we have a look at that, it's quite like angel wings here. So again, this is happening in perfect timing, you know. So it's saying, you know, a profound healing is taking place here. You will feel better for this. It's like this person is emerging from these deep, dark waters here. You know, she is coming into a new light of day. You know, there's a new dawn. She's emotionally cleansed. She's rejuvenated, you know, and she's now ready to move fully into her power, you know, free of the emotional baggage that she previously carried, you know. And if we have a look, she's naked there. You know, this is about being born again. You know, that is it. Wearing a birthday suit. Every single one of us was born naked. You know, every single one of us was. And we were born free and we were born pure. And then, you know, we were like a blank canvas, you know, and then society or whatever started putting these rules and restrictions down. And then we started to follow them. So this is about embracing the you again, you know, the real you, the you that has these intense passions, the you that knows that your life can be exactly what you want. You just have to make the changes and break away from these restrictions, you know. So I hope that made sense to you. I really like it. It's like yeah, it's like get on the road here. It's what's that song? Going up country, and where they're whistling it. It's like a proper happy song, isn't it? I think, was it Woodstock? They used it on the Woodstock video, didn't they? That's what I've got in my head there, you know. So this is it. It's about a road trip, but a soul road trip, you know. See where you end up. Road trips are great because, you know, you don't really have to plan them, you know. It's you see whatever happens and that's what's coming. But there's a lot of intensity, so expect it's like things could be happening pretty fast, you know. I feel with this. I don't think this is planning. This is a time for just doing, you know. So, hope that made sense to you. Please let me know if it did. If anybody would like a reading with me, please get in touch. Like I say, I only have one availability left for this week, and next week is starting to fill up as well. And that is my last week before I go on holidays. So, if you do want to read, probably sooner rather than later. But have a fabulous day. I'm feeling all fired up. Let me know if you are. Let me know what's happening and, you know, how this is resonating with your life. You know, it's good. Embrace it. It's like going on a roller coaster, isn't it? You know, when you get the Yeah, it's Bill Hicks. It's just a ride. That's it. And I don't remember the whole lot, but it's, there's thrills and there's ups and downs and all of this, and that is what life is about. And just think it's just a ride, you know, and rides are no fun if you just sit in the car and go nowhere, sit in the little carriage and go nowhere. It's about the movement and about going forward. Okay, have an absolutely fabulous, fabulous day. I'm sending lots and lots of love to you. And I'll see you tomorrow with the cards of today. Sat now.